Welcome to episode 32 of the the Twig Snapper Podcast. Today, my guest is Alyssa Kawa of the Mercyhurst Division One women's hockey team. How are you doing on this fine fall evening?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. It's like 76 here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It's supposed to drop to within the 50s tomorrow. So, last warm day. Got to enjoy it.
For sure.
So before we get into this year, this season, and all that, I figured we could go back to high school and then kind of work our way to now. You seemed like you were pretty busy in high school. You did soccer, flag football, field hockey, volleyball, track. You were the 3-year captain for soccer. You also were a captain for field hockey and flag football. Just did absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So was the flag football a high school team, or was that like outside of high school club? How was that?
Yeah, I played in high school, but then I also played for like a women's like pre-development to the like national flag football one outside of school.
Well, that's pretty cool. Is women's flag football pretty competitive?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah. What position did you play?
I was like outside runner, or I was also our kicker too.
There you go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, at Tech, I do intramural flag football, and it's pretty fun. But yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had high school girls flag football. They don't have that anywhere around me in Michigan, so I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But then I also was on Elite Prospects. It said that you played in the PWHL at the same time as also high school hockey. You did
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, so in Canada, you play your club team plus you can play inside of your school team.
So is that just crazy busy then? Like doing them both
Um,
at the same
Yeah,
time?
I mean, you'd go to school, and then if you had school hockey, your school hockey would be right after school, and then you'd have normally your practice or games at night. So pretty busy.
Do you think it gives you an advantage playing both high school and then PWHL hockey?
Definitely like helps with like conditioning and just better development of the game.
Yeah, definitely. So how come you chose Mercyhurst coming out of high school? What were there other schools on your radar recruiting you, or was it just Mercyhurst? How did that all unfold?
Yeah, no, for sure. I had quite a bit of places I was looking to go, and at the time I was looking for a smaller school and a place where I could really focus on not only hockey but my long term goal of psychology and being able to adapt to a smaller environment. I thought would be very helpful, and then just a bonus, Mercyhurst is good for hockey, so I thought I'd pick it up from there.
Yeah, definitely. And you got good playing time as a freshman. You were in 11 games. You had 1 assist, which has helped. Some people obviously they don't get to play at all when they're a freshman. So how do you think having those 11 games helped your game for like this year and the coming seasons?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely trying to stay away from injuries. I got injured my freshman year, so that put me back a little bit. But I'm building stronger. So definitely this year, I'm excited for a big start and to prove my role when I get the chance.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty good start so far. You guys are 3-3. You guys shut out St. Anselm, and then you guys got shut out by Colgate, but then you split with Clarkston. So kind of like an up and down. I guess go through it. Like you guys obviously had to have been feeling pretty good right off the bat to shut out your first opponents. So I guess talk about that first weekend maybe a little bit.
Yeah, so we knew we had St. Anselm's coming up, and our practice weeks leading up to that weekend was obviously strong and a lot of teamwork we had to put together for that. And then we knew that when game time came on that Friday night, we had to get done what we were here to do. And I think everybody individually was able to fill their role, and then we were able to pull off our win.
Yeah, and then you guys play Colgate the next weekend, and then they shut you guys out. So that kind of had to again damper the mood a little bit.
Yeah, I think we were on a little bit of a high horse there, but that happens to every team, right? But going into the Colgate weekend, we were prepared, and it could have went both ways. They played well, but I think we also played well, and it just came down to who was able to bury their chances. And power plays and penalty kills definitely killed us, and they were able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, definitely. And then coming into this next weekend, you guys split with Clarkston. So you guys, and they're the number 10. They were the number 10 team. So that's definitely a good team to split with. One of them was an overtime win.
Yeah, our second game was an overtime win. We went down to 3-on-3, and then we had a breakaway and scored. Yeah.
That's a good way to end a game. You get a breakaway, fire up the crowd, everyone's happy. So you guys have a pretty tough schedule. Like looking at all the teams you play, what do you think there's one team in your conference that's tougher than all the others, or overall they all bring their challenges?
Yeah, I mean, whether you're ranked in the top 10 or you're not ranked in top 10, everybody's here playing college hockey. So clearly they're here for a certain reason. And with girls hockey, something you learn is like each game can go any way. So it's really whoever shows up, it's gonna take that win. So gotta be ready every time.
Right. Yeah. There's no off nights. There's no days off. You can't just think you're going to coast through a weekend, because
Yeah.
that's when you get, that's when you go in, on that high horse, sometimes it kind of knocks you back, and you gotta think about it for a little bit, and you just play good hockey.
Yeah.
So what do you think the team expectations are? You guys had a pretty good season last year overall. So what's the expectations around the team? Hearing from your coaches, what's everyone saying?
Yeah, we're kind of just focusing our this year around like having grit in every game, and having the aspect of teamwork, and make sure there's intensity at every practice and game, and just having resilience in everything we do. And we're hoping with those goals that we're able to achieve every single one each game, and that will come upon everybody else.
So are you guys have like an end of the season goal? We want to make the playoffs. We want to win a national championship, or is it more each weekend, let's go into it and let's win our games, just week by week focus?
I mean, of course, there's going to be you got to look at what's ahead of you opponent wise that week. You can't get too far ahead, but end goal is we're going to take CHA and just win it all and show what we're meant here to be.
Yeah. And do you have any personal goals for yourself? I mean, last year you said you got hurt. You only played 11 games. You had an assist. This year you've got an assist. Do you have point goals, or do you just have some other personal goals for yourself?
Yeah, really just when I'm given the chance to, I know what I can do. I just got to have others to believe in me, to give me that opportunity to do what I can do. And then once they see that, I'm just going to prove them with everything I can do and have a good season.
Yeah, nothing else you can do. Who do you guys play this upcoming weekend?
I play RPI in RPI.
Are they supposed to be good this year, or just?
Yeah, I think in general every team's supposed to be good this year, but yeah, definitely watch some film this week. They don't look like a lower end team, so we got a challenge ahead of us, but let's work hard.
What's the hardest barn to play in your conference? Which has like the worst fans that get really loud, get in your head? Which one's the hardest?
Definitely Syracuse. They've got like this big orange mascot that they have like jumping around, smacking the glass, and it's pretty funny. But I'd also say Penn State, their cheering squad comes in and they start putting up signs, or if they score on us, they'll have their fans be like, "It's all your fault" to the goalie, and start chanting it. And that's definitely a barn that you have to keep in your own head and don't let the outside factors come in.
Yeah, so you guys definitely have some good fan bases throughout your conference, that even if the teams aren't the greatest, it's just hard to play in that environment. Another reason why, it's a hard night every week.
Yeah, for sure.
What about your fans? What would you say about your fan base? They get you fired up good?
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good. A lot of the guys from the club hockey and our men's team D1 definitely support us a lot. So they definitely bring up the energy in the stands, and then it translates into the game.
That's good. That's what you want. Teams supporting teams.
Yeah.
Do you guys go with like a team playlist, or does everyone kind of do their own thing, put in your AirPods, listen to your own jams?
Oh, we have like a remix off Spotify that we play during the warm ups off ice, and then in the change room we just kind of throw on whatever, just a different types of genres and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of all up in the air. We don't really have one specific genre we stick to.
Do you have one that you think fires you up best? Like you're really into rock or rap or country or?
Yeah, I'm really into country, so a lot of people laugh because they don't find that hypes them up, but I find it gets me going. So
Hey, what they can laugh all they want, but as long as it fires you up, that's all that really matters.
exactly.
What about when you're not playing hockey? What are your hobbies?
Yeah, I like doing a lot of things outdoors. So wintertime I go snowboarding. Try to do anything outside. Summertime I like to be on the farm around the horses and stuff. And then I'd say in like the spring stuff I like to go fishing. So kind of anything outdoors I like.
Do you ride horses?
I do, yeah.
Like competitively ever?
Sometimes just around the barn and stuff, but yeah, for sure it's always competitive around the farm.
Yeah. And then what kind of fishing do you like to do? Like yeah, like what's your favorite species to go for? If you could catch anything, what do you like to go for?
Yeah, I like going for largemouth bass. And second in line, I'd say is perch because perch give a good fight.
Yeah, perch
Most
fishing
of
is
the,
fun.
yeah, most of the time I catch perch, but the bass are fun to
Yeah.
also reel in.
I don't know. I think perch are kind of a pretty fish too, but I just they're kind of a pretty fish.
They taste pretty good too.
Yeah, definitely. I would say for me too, I like perch fishing. It's up there. Perch, maybe lake trout fishing,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, did you have like a hockey idol growing up? Some NHL player or a women's pro hockey player or an Olympian or somebody that you looked up to a lot when you were growing up?
Yeah, I think growing up playing boys hockey, I looked up to Laura Fortino a lot because we kind of went through the same stages in hockey and played for the same organizations. So definitely I looked up to her and stuff. And then I had one of my coaches was Geraldine Heaney. So definitely looked up to her and stuff. But a lot of the times it doesn't even mean that I look up to a professional player. Within the family, we play hockey a lot. So my sister I look up to and my cousins and stuff like that.
Do you guys have a pretty competitive hockey family?
I'd say so, yeah.
Most of them are. I mean, most hockey families I think are pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite NHL team?
Yeah, I like the Montreal Canadiens a lot.
Oh man. You think you guys are gonna have a big year? Are you buying into the hype with the young stars?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we're gonna kill it this year. So,
Surprise everyone, sleeper team in the playoffs.
yeah, exactly.
What's your first round pick, the Slovakian kid?
Slovakian, yeah, I don't know his name, but they got lucky with that grab for sure.
Yeah. I saw that he's gonna start the season with the Canadians, so
Yeah,
that's big. That'll be exciting.
yeah, it's huge from
And then if what's his name from Wisconsin, the young
forward.
I'm drawing a blank on his name. They dropped him down and then they brought him back up, and like once Mart St. Louis started like hitting his stride.
Caulfield?
Yeah, Caulfield.
Caulfield, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if he can hit his stride with some of those young guys, maybe Montreal's got a shot to.
I think they do, yeah.
Definitely. Do you like to watch a lot of hockey, or do you not have time with?
I tried. I mean, I never really am able to catch them when they're live because I'm always so busy with schoolwork or hockey. But I definitely do put the replays on and replay the games through like Flow Hockey and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's all I've got. Thank you for coming on. Good luck with your season.
Appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.